Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Shit Your Pants Wednesday on the DJB Productions Network. I'm your host, Matt Sunner, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend, Mr. Danny J.
Hey everybody, welcome to another week of Shit Your Pants Wednesday. Danny J here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell. Give us a like. Give us a like on these episodes. Make sure you leave some comments as well. The movie we got this week is a great movie. I can tell you right now.
2009's Orphan.
I had no idea about this movie until it came up in some sort of a list, and my wife was like, "Yo, I heard we should watch this movie." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "All right, we can watch it." You know, I don't always take other people's suggestions.
Which is funny because we sit here and give other people our suggestions.
I know. What kind of an asshole are we? No, but
the only irony.
Well, no, what I mean is if I haven't seen anything about it myself, I'm not ready to say
exactly.
Oh, well,
you just see oh yeah, watch this movie. Okay, well, what is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm the movie guy in the family. Don't you suggest to me. I suggest to you. But we got this movie. My wife suggested it, and we put it on. And what a crazy movie this was! And I gotta say, very original, very original. Yeah. And that's hard to find nowadays. That you're not seeing a rehashed story in some kind of different light. This is a very original story.
Yeah, this is the great premise of this. You have this couple. They already have a couple of kids.
Don't give away the reveal.
No, we're definitely not giving away. Yeah, no, we're not giving. No, we're not giving. There's going to be no spoilers here. There's no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers for this because
the reveal is great. But you see this movie starting off. This husband bringing his wife into the hospital. She's going into labor. It's going to be their third kid. And I don't want to give away too much that happens, but you have this whole scene that ends up. She's actually having this nightmare. That is a result of her having a third child, but the child was stillborn.
Right.
Okay. So that has, in the years since, led to some issues. In the short time since then, she's had some issues that get revealed later on. I don't want to give away too much stuff, but they're in the process. They still want this third child, so they've started looking at the possibility of adopting.
Yes.
And they actually then go to this orphanage, and they meet this young girl, Esther.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems very well mannered. She's very artistic. When they meet her, she's actually doing this painting, and she has all these other paintings around her, and they're just absolutely phenomenal, especially for a 9-year-old girl.
Right.
But the father, he's an architect. So obviously he's all into drawing and art, whatever. And the wife, she is a music teacher. So it's like, oh my God, this kid, she's a very, she's an attractive young girl. She's very polite, well-mannered, very sociable with them. And they just immediately, oh my God, this is the girl. This is the one. We don't even need to talk to anybody. This is the girl. They adopt her. They bring her home. They have their oldest. They have a son. I forget roughly what his age is. He's maybe around 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, right.
And then they have a daughter who is deaf.
Yes. And she's more here. She's around
maybe
5, 6-ish.
5 or 6. Yeah, I'd kind of put it in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it's suddenly it's when they're bringing the adopted girl home, Esther, on the ride home, she knows that she's her younger sister Max is deaf, so she wants to learn some sign language. So she actually learns some basic sign language on the ride home, just so she can at least say hello to her and whatnot.
So this is how smart you're getting. How smart this girl.
This girl is very intelligent. She's learning. She learns stuff quickly, and she seems like she really wants to be part of this family. She doesn't want to feel like that outsider. She wants to come in there and be all like, "Hey, I'm your sister now, and I want to do everything I can to be involved in your life and be able to talk to you and for us to be a family." And the backstory we get for her is the family that she had been with. She's apparently originally from Russia, and she had been with a family before, a foster family, and unfortunately the entire family died in a house fire that she was miraculously able to escape. You know, so this girl has some trauma in her life. She has these you see in the picture, she's got like a bit of fabric around her neck. Excuse me, like this ribbon around her neck. She wears these ribbons around her wrists, and she never takes them off, and she gets very upset if you try and take them off of her.
Right.
So we know there's something else going on here. But as we go through, we start seeing that there is a very dark side to Esther as well, and one that is very, very frightening.
Right.
She seemed very manipulative. One spoiler that I'll give away when we first kind of see her dark side coming through is the son. He's outside. He's shooting targets with his paintball gun.
Right.
And a bird lands on top of the thing, whatever, and he accidentally shoots the bird with the paintball gun. Well, actually, not actually. He does it purposely. Doesn't realize how. Yeah, that's
doesn't
really
realize
the bird.
Right.
How bad,
right.
yeah.
But then he realizes, and he's
like, "Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?" And you know, he's like, "I didn't mean to. I didn't realize it was going to hurt it that bad, whatever." And here's Esther going like, "Well, it's wounded. It ain't going to be able to fly. It can't eat, whatever. It's going to slowly starve and die. You know, you got to put it out of its misery," and hands him a rock.
Right.
And he's all like, I can't do that. I mean, because I'm not like I tried to kill this thing. It was an accident, you know. Right. She just takes this rock,
smashes it. So now you're getting. Getting what she's coming from. Like you're getting that she's not so innocent, and you're getting that like but the reveal throughout this movie is very slow burn, in a sense. You get that
this is not a high body count movie.
No,
it's not a high body count movie.
But you get there, like, what's going on with this girl? Like, what's troubling her? What's wrong with her? And you get all, and slowly you're getting her attitude. You're getting her just her overall like outlook on life and stuff like that. And more and more till you get to like the reveal and stuff like that, and you're like, wow, like this is crazy. Like the only thing I did kind of replicate this to was that movie with Macaulay Culkin, which was what, The Good Son, I think it was.
The Good Son, yeah.
Where you're like, oh, this kid's a little creepy, you know, but like she's a little bit more than creepy. Okay, she's very manipulative, and she's very, very like smart, and she's very mature for her age. And the manipulation that she does, you're like, wow.
Especially for the young daughter, especially the young deaf daughter.
Right. Now, where the conflict comes in, now we're seeing this with her, but the conflict is that the mother who really wanted to have this child, she's kind of on this right from the beginning to say, hey, there's something not right with her. And the father is turning things are kind of, he's turning a blind eye to it. And without getting into anything, basically like his taking up for Esther over the mother, saying that the mother's overreacting or she's doing this or she's doing that, is putting a strain on their marriage and is putting a strain on their lives. And meanwhile, she's like, why won't you believe me? Blah, blah, blah. There's something really like odd or wrong. And things start to escalate, and they're escalating, and they're escalating out of control. And some crazy things happen. And I don't want to give a lot out this movie because the movie is so good at the story it told, and it's so good at the slow reveal that things get revealed little by little by little by little till at the end you're like, this is a movie that's hard to tell somebody really about without giving away a lot of spoilers. Yeah. I mean, you really can't. It's not a scenario where the reveal is in the last 20 minutes of the movie and it's like a big rock fell on you. Boom. Oh, this is what happened. Oh, shit. Like, no, you're seeing little by little by little things here and there that could lead you in a couple different directions, and it doesn't. It's really I would say a suspense thriller above anything else, more so than horror. But the horror aspect of it is that, like, wow, this is like crazy stuff. Like this is really crazy what they're telling me in this story, you know, and so forth. So it's my pick of the year. Honestly, I'll tell you that right now.
Really?
I watched it. I was so impressed with this movie that I have to say, like, you know, I like a lot of the movies we suggest and stuff like that, just for the nostalgia purposes or what I liked it, whatever the case is. But when I watched this movie, I had to say, well, I am super impressed with this movie. And this literally was the best thing I saw this year. And this is from 2009. So yeah. I was very impressed with this movie. And I honestly will tell you, hey, you need to check this out and watch.
And this was not a low budget movie. I mean, we don't have a lot of the person that, and we figured it out because we knew we had seen her somewhere, is the woman who plays the mother. She's the one who plays Lorraine in all the Conjuring movies.
Yes.
So you'll recognize her when you see it.
Right.
And then there's a lot of other stuff too that we saw, and I'm like, oh wow, I've seen that, because I knew she looked familiar. And I'm like, oh wow, and I saw The Conjuring, there, but also then a lot of other movies as well. But but I mean, this is actually a very beautifully shot movie. I mean, literally, really, I mean, it's great. I mean, you can really start getting into. I mean, obviously, Dan, you know, you went to film school, whatever, and I don't want to speak out of turn because I didn't. I've always been more of like an editing side, but your overall the cinematography on it, you know, the angles that they use. I mean, it's a beautiful movie to watch.
It really is. They did such a great job all the way around. I can't say not one bad thing about it. I really, really can't say one bad thing about it. I was satisfied all the way through the end to when the credits rolled. I was like, that was a great movie, and I'm so glad that give me 2 seconds.
Danny is producing many shows today, and he's checking up on everything
right now. I'm doing it all right now while I'm on. So like, so like it's one of those things where I was like, holy shit, man, this is just great. And definitely watch it. This is just I don't want to say really too much about it because I to talk anything about this movie gives away too much.
Yeah.
And understand that that's a big thing. I'm telling you right now. So Matt, with that being said, we're not going to go too much into this. Let's take it home.
We're just going to literally say, Orphan, watch it. This little chick will scare the shit out of you.
She will.
She will. I'm sorry. She was in my house. I wouldn't say counsel. I just freaking take her out back in the woods and shoot her. Like, she ran away.
We need to set her up. We need to set her up with that Brightburn kid from last week.
No. That would be very bad.
Very bad. Crossing the streams.
Yes. Vince Clortho and the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper do not need to meet. No. Oh God! Ghostbusters tangent. Anyway, but with that said, thank you for checking us out this week. Check out Orphan. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Everything Dane told you in the beginning. We're going to have links to the IMDb for this, so you can check it out yourself. So you can figure out where you can find it. Links to our Facebook page. Also, too, we haven't mentioned it in a couple weeks, but we'll also have links to the band 7 Year Witch, who has been so gracious to let us use one of their songs as our theme music. And big shout out to them. They're a local Anderson, South Carolina band. Big things on the way for them too, recording a second album and whatnot. But anyway, thank you. Check it out, Orphan. And in the meantime, for myself, Danny J, the entire DJB Productions Network crew and family, thanks for watching. We will see you next week. Make sure you got a clean pair of pants because you just might shit yours.
Have a great night.